Talkshows family, and wherever you may be, and good morning, whatever country wherever you are. I'm in United Kingdom, as you know. So today I'm going through again 15-day confidence challenge with Matthew Hussey, and I've been reflecting on things and reflecting on what has been going on in my life and for being where I am today. And it's been a very, very interesting day. It's been really, really, really interesting, amazing. But there were times where I just felt this disappointment in my life. And but through that disappointment, I decided to stay true to myself. So the reason why I was disappointed is as I've been reflecting my life, and as you guys know, that one of my mission was to have a really, really good relationship with my mom, because I feel that our relationship, since my stepdad died, I feel that I was like, it was no longer love. It was me being responsible. I felt like I was responsible for my mom, which is I should have played the part of love and the part of me being her daughter. But she loves me very much. So through that challenge, through like today, I've been reflecting on my family life and reflecting on my relationship with my family. And I was really, really happy today, as I did explain to you guys that I'm going to actually stay true to you guys and stay true to myself. I'm going to be transparent with whatever my feelings and whatever is going on as I go through this challenge. And I just felt I was going through my family, reflecting on uh, my parents' life, and reflecting on my life as well, and the relationship that I have with my parents. And actually, I realized that actually somebody is betraying my parents, and that it really, really did hurt me. That somebody is trying to betray my family, and how are they betraying my parents? Some of you guys are Christian, you will understand my language when I speak, and some people they're not, they don't believe in anything. So I don't want to go into details, but since I came to the UK, my dad died and my stepdaddy died. You know, when somebody dies, when people dies, there are some things in the family that has to go on. So as I go through that, I realize actually my mom, she's being betrayed and my dad is being betrayed. And that really hurts me as their child. And I've decided that through that hurt, that realizing that somebody is betraying my family, I'm going to stay true to myself and stay true to the promises that I've made to my dad, the promises that I've made to my stepdad for being their child, and the promises that I've made to God to love and respect my parents. And because I love my mom so much, and my mom loves me very, very much. And I just feel that as I was going through this challenge, that actually, if something is not right, you have to evaluate that situation and do what's right for yourself and do what's right. And right now, the decision that I've made is I'm going to do what's right by myself and do what's right by my mom. And nothing can be undone in life. Whatever you go through in life, you have to understand that nothing can be undone, everything can be undone. And if there is something that as a person you ever wanted to do, and you've never actually had that courage to do it. So if you don't do it, you will never know if you were going to succeed or if you were not going to succeed. So, and in the process, you have to know that somehow, as a human being, you are bound to make mistakes as you make decisions. And also, some mistakes cannot be undone. So those are the things that as a person you have to realize when you do things in life, that there are some mistakes that can never be undone. There are some things that can be undone, cannot be undone, and also staying true to yourself. It means that regardless of what is going on into your life, you have to know your character. You have to live with integrity. So which is why I'm staying true to myself. Although I was sitting there on the sofa and realizing the betrayal, there was part of me that wanted to get angry. There was part of me that wanted me to actually say something, but I decided to stay true to myself, to my character, to my image. And I decided that I'm going to honor my parents, and by standing by my mom. And because I love, people that are close to their parents, you will know what I'm talking about when I say when you love someone, you have to actually stand by them, or you have to honor them. And my mom, she's a lovely person. My dad is a lovely person. So what I'm trying to actually get into my head is, why would somebody trying to betray somebody that has never done anything to them? But I don't have those answers that I can actually put together and say these are the answers that I have. But what I have decided, that I'm gonna do this challenge and reflect on my progress, and everything. I'm going to approach everything through this challenge with the right energy and with the right mindset. The right mindset, it means those who have hurt me and those who have hurt my parents, I need to stay true to God, and I need to stay true to the person that I am, which is my character, my image, and my identity. And I need to celebrate my life. And I'm going to allow, when I celebrate my life and allow this energy to take me into another level of my life, and remind myself of why I did this challenge, the mission, and take everything that I have done. I speak to my mom every day now. We speak like maybe sometimes two two times a day or three times a day, and our conversation is how it used to be. Me and my parents were very very close, and I'm more like a baby when it comes to my family. When it comes to my parents, I I don't allow myself, like if I'm in the wrong, if I get told off by my parents, I walk off, and all I want is to actually have a relationship with my mom. Or if there is something that I don't understand, or I talk to my mom, I ask questions. We don't have this relationship with my parents where it says, I am the adult, you do as you're told. So we don't have that relationship. Our relationship is, for me, they allow me to actually be the person that I want to be. And in doing so, as a person, as a human being, it gives me an understanding of my mom who carried me for 9 months. And it gives me the energy when I think about how my mom carried me for 9 months, and it also makes me realize that my dad actually met my mom, and the promises were made between my parents before I was born. And then there were plans through that process that we're gonna have children, we're gonna get married. But the marriage didn't go according to plan. The marriage just fell apart in the process, as things do. So my mom and my dad got married when they were young. So whatever I do, I always respect my family. I always respect my parents, even my siblings, my older siblings. I respect them. So this is how I was raised, because I was raised by them, teaching me what it means to actually what's the meaning of family, what does our family name mean. So to them is very, very important. So that's how I live by when it comes to my family. That's the energy that I go by. If my sister, older sister, if we have like disagreement, I know what I need to do. I just need to walk away, because I have to respect my older sister. And then we don't have the disagreement. I think me and my sister, we've had 2 or 3 disagreements since I am 44 now, and my sister is older than me. So we don't really have these disagreement like big ones where we just I go in a place where I respect you, I love you, and I just walk away if my sister says something that is annoying, or if I annoy her, she does the same. So that's the energy when I found out that somebody actually is betraying my parents. Uh, I've, the energy that I've decided is to actually to approach the situation with integrity. And I don't know why God is revealing all these things to me, because some things are really, really heavy things that I don't know how to approach them. But I know that with God and with people that are helping me through life. I've got my helpers, I've got my coaches that are helping me through life, and this my growth mindset. Every single day, I make sure that I work on it, because I know that there are people that believe in me, and also I have decided that I'm gonna go for the things that I want to do in life, because when I was going through challenges, I think I did mention it before, during lockdown, when I was going through challenges, there was somebody in my family that actually showed me what's the meaning of love. What does it mean to love somebody? What does it mean to stand by somebody? What does it mean to trust somebody's ability? What does it mean to actually be there for somebody, to encourage them when life it doesn't make sense to them? There were times where my life didn't make sense. There were times where I had questions about my abilities, and that person, they've never turned their back on me. They've always been there for me. So when I was reflecting on that journey, it made me realize that actually I need to believe in myself. And if somebody can actually believe me and to stand by me when life doesn't make sense, when I'm saying when somebody is standing by you, it means um, when actually realize, I I find out that somebody actually, the proof, I got it today, that somebody is actually betraying my parents. In 2016, I was suspecting it, and I decided to actually um, do some research. And doing some research, there were people that I actually assigned to actually be there in that process. And there's some people in that process that they couldn't stand by me. they couldn't they couldn't be there to support me. And but there are three people in my life that stood by me. Four with my mom. My mom stood by me. She actually held my hands when life didn't make sense, and she was there. Normally, uh, so she was there all the way. So when that happened, I I would have lost my confidence, but I didn't lose my confidence because I didn't realize, when things are happening in the process, we focus on the negative instead of focusing on the positive. But I chose that moment to actually focus on the positive. And when I chose to focus on the positive, three people stepped in into my life. Fought with my mom. My mom, she's always there. So they stepped in to actually letting me know that everything is gonna be okay. You can that it has nothing to do with the relationship. When you talk about challenges, people think about relationship challenges. No, it had nothing to do with the relationship challenges. Whatever I was going through that moment, so these people, they stepped in. When they stepped in into my life, they stayed true to me. They were honest, and they showed me that what the relationship, what does it actually mean to have a friend? Because before I thought I knew what it means to have a friend. But at that moment, they proved me wrong that Nomsa, no, you don't know what it means to have a friend. There were people that were calling me like 2 a.m. in the morning. They live in different countries. They call me 2 a.m. in the morning to check on me if I was okay. Calling me in the day, maybe sometimes twice when I'm sleeping. They will check on me to see if I'm okay and the kids are okay and their dad is okay, and they'll check on me to check if my mom, she's okay. And they did everything to make sure that I pull through whatever I was going through that moment. It had nothing to do with the health problems either, guys. So maybe I'll have the courage to actually talk about it at this moment. I just want to focus on the energy. Only Gary can actually say, Nomsa, yeah, you can talk about it. But at this moment, it's day 15. I don't feel about talking about it. So those people, they actually showed me what it means to have this beautiful relationship and build it, and the trust, like showing me that, Nomsai, we love you. We are here for you. Whatever you need. When somebody says, Nomsai, if you want, somebody actually offered me 50,000, 50,000 pounds, no, $50,000 during lockdown, but I didn't take it. And those people were like there, like to say, Nomsa, we're here for you. Whatever you need in life, we are here for you. And that taught me a lesson of what friendship is about. It taught me what it means to actually have the courage to love people unconditional. And there's so many things that they have taught me, and those people, they know who they are. And I'll tell you guys just before I finish my 30-day challenge, if I feel like being honest and talking about it. But the most important thing that now I have to do now, since these people, they stood by me from 2016 to today, actually. So they've given me this opportunity to actually work on my identity. And working on my identity, it means I need to understand who I am as a person, because these people, they showed me that, Nomsa, this is the person that you are. And we are actually willing to be there for you to undo everything. As I said before, that some things can be undone. There are some things that can happen in your life. If you are willing to undo them, they can be undone so you can live freely in your life. So to me, is having the courage to understand my identity and having the courage to understand my character and having the courage to actually understand my image, having the courage to actually understand what my abilities, my identity, and my abilities. Those are the things that actually these people have taught me to actually do, to understand. And I've never said it in their own words, but sometimes, like people say, action speaks louder than words. They have actually, their actions, they have taught me all those things. So now going through this challenge, I'm searching through God. There's some people watch my videos. I'm sure you guys, you hear me talk about God a lot. I don't talk about God because of what I've read. I don't talk about God because of somebody has told me about God. I don't talk about God because I wish someday I can connect with Him. I talk about God because when somebody put me on the cross of death, God had the courage to have mercy on me as a person. And when He had mercy on me as a person and saying no to the things that were meant to be done to myself, to me, in that moment, it made me realize that actually, to God, I am somebody. To God, I am something. To God, I matter. To God, I'm unique. In His eyes, I'm unique. In His eyes, I stand out. In my image, it stands out. So that's why I talk about God a lot, because I have experienced that life where when my life was being stripped away from me, He entered and stepped in and said no. And that gave me the courage to actually understand who I am as a person. So as I go through this challenge, um, I'm gonna, I'm hoping that I'm gonna have the courage to actually talk about my experience between God and His Son. I'm hoping that I'm going to have that courage to actually talk about it, because at this moment I think I need to observe. I need to actually uh, I need to evaluate my life. There are some things that needs to be undone, and there are some things that I need to accept as a person, who I am as a person. I need to fully accept my abilities. And once I accept my abilities through this challenge, then you guys, I'm going to be transparent with everything. So those are the things that today it has been, that's what I've been reflecting on my day. Some people may not understand it. They'll be like, what is she talking about? But some people that speak my language of Christianity, my language of uh, living in integrity, they'll understand what I'm talking about, guys. When when you work on yourself, everything comes within. The battles that we fight in life, they all start with us. So those are the things that I'm learning, and that's why I'm being transparent with everything. That the battles that I'm fighting, they start with me, and there are people in the process that are helping me through these challenges, like Matthew Hansi. He's actually entered my life, and I don't know where this journey is going to take me with him. I have no idea. And I'm going to tell you guys as well how I connected with this, how I actually got to get to understand this guy is a relationship coach. So I'm going to tell the story later in the video, how the process we got connected. So in the meantime, guys, live with grace and God bless. I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. Uh, Gossip Talk shows with Claudia. Tomorrow, I think I'm with Claudia. So I'll see you tomorrow, and then I'll see you later with my challenge. So live with grace, everyone, and God bless.